Kids are getting overweight because of the fact that we as a school don't get the exercise we need. We get 45 minutes of gym 1 day a week, possibly 2 every 6 weeks. And only Fridays we get a half hour of rec time. We don't have any sports as a middle school, which we think we should. We think it's time to give the kids the education that is given to us, but also at least 3 to 5 times a week for 45 minutes of exercise, 2 or 3 days of playing, and 3 or 4 days of workouts. Yes, the younger kids, K through 4, get a half hour of exercise every day, but that's not enough because they just run and play. They need to run laps and do many workouts. The lunch that is given is not healthy whatsoever.
1.
Exercise is very important. 1, it makes you feel fit, healthy, and strong. You may not want to start, but once you do, you will feel 100% better than what you did before.
Your brain releases endorphins, chemicals which make you feel better.
You feel relaxed and not stressed out like a lot of kids do.
Your lungs and heart get stronger, and your bones.
If you were ever older and got into a car crash really bad, you could have a better chance to survive.
For example, I have a friend, a family member, who was in a really bad car crash 6 months ago. She is very young, but the school she went to and everything had sports, and teachers made her be determined to be better than what she was yesterday. Doctors told her and her family and friends that they should say their goodbyes because she was going to die. But she has been an athlete since birth, and when she was in a coma and life support for several weeks, she knew she was going to survive and she wasn't going to let it defeat her. You want to know why? Because she had the mentality to do so. She's a big inspiration to every kid out there. If she was not as healthy and strong as she was, she would have not have survived. We think exercise is an important part of life because if something would happen to you like that, you could possibly survive. Rachel Salinetro did not only survive, but she knew she would. She is a girl who loves to inspire. Today is the day we as a team want to make a change, not just for us, but for every kid and adult out there.
If you want to live a strong, healthy life, then you should watch this video.
Think of what your heart wants. Listen to what your body and brain is telling you.
I don't think it's right that all schools don't have gym or sports. If the school doesn't want to help, then what kid will think it's right to stand up and make a change until it's too late? No one. Support our video.
We're good? We're starting? Alright, so Hi, I'm Rachel Salinetro. I am an insanity instructor. I'm a personal trainer. I also do PIO classes. These young ladies have joined me in my insanity class, and we're going to talk about questions they want to ask me.
Why do you think exercise is really important to kids and adults?
It's important to everybody, no matter what age you are, from birth to the day we die. I believe we need to use our bodies physically. You need to challenge it. You need to push yourself to a new extreme, to new abilities, because health isn't just, oh, everybody thinks health is being medicated or having a specific kind of diet that they read on the internet. It's about nutrition. It's about exercise. Using your body physically is very, very important for the mind, body, and soul. Totally.
Do you think it's important for students at school to do exercise daily?
At school? Mm-hmm. Yes. Because a lot of kids don't do it naturally whenever they're at home. Like at school, you learn math, you learn English, you learn all the regular things that you usually learn that you don't do at home. Unfortunately, kids don't exercise at home anymore. They're on their video games, they're on their phone, they're on the computer, they're lounging around doing nothing. So, if we can't get kids to want to be outside, because it is fun being outside and playing sports and working out, if kids don't want to do that at home, then yes, I believe you definitely should do it at school.
At your school, did you have gym or PE every day?
No, not every day. We had it probably, like, depending on the semester, like, you would either have it 3 days a week or like 4 days a week maybe. I don't know. It's like, or maybe it's like 2 and 3. There we go. It's like 2 and 3 days a week. I think if you get it in any time during the week, like more than once, I think that's good. You need to get every kid. I think the teachers need to be involved too, because a lot of teachers need to be physically active too.
Do you think our school should make a change?
How often do you guys have gym?
1 day a week.
Yes. Yes, you should have a change then. Actually, I think you guys just told me that you don't really do like gym activities like sports. It's more just like a playtime or like a free rec time or whatever. I don't know. I think it should be a structured, this is what is required of you. This is what you should try to push yourself to. Like we have standardized tests on paper, right, for your classes. You have things that you have to pass. I think it should be the same with gym. And everybody says, oh, well, you're not able to do something. Anyway, so I think it should be a requirement that, you know, you have to be able to run so far. Like maybe not as fast. Like even if you can't run a mile the same time as somebody, I think you should be able to. It's a physical ability, not like, you know, you have to be a super athlete. You should just be able to do physical activity.
To us, we think it was very hard for you during the car crash, but why didn't you let it defeat you? What made it not beat you?
I can answer that in 1,000 different ways. At first, it was really, really hard being in the hospital when I was like bedridden, like I wasn't allowed to get up. I didn't know what I was able to do. Like I didn't know if like my right leg was like shattered, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to run again. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do all my sports, and that was destroying me inside. So then I just started telling myself, like, wait a second, Rachel, you didn't even try it. You know, you can't say it's not going to happen if you haven't tried, if you haven't made an attempt to make it happen. So I took it one day at a time. I never gave up, and as soon as I saw this much progress, I wanted more, and then I wanted more, and I wanted more, and then I got impatient because I'm like, okay, this is possible, now I want it. But that's also a mental conditioning that I did before my accident. Like I've been an athlete my whole life. I love being physically active. So me wanting that for myself anyway, that's something that you have to mentally have. So it wasn't physically, I didn't do anything special. Anybody could have done what I did. I don't have superpowers. It is a mental conditioning to be able to say, yes, this is possible, so I'm going to attain it myself. For myself. You be your own hero. You be your own savior. Anything that you do is because you decided to do it mentally.
Do you think structured exercise and workout should be done every day?
That's a yes. I would see me personally. I would say yes, but I would say minimum 4 or 5 days a week. Yes. I think it just makes sense to do it every day. Like, okay, we shower every day, we eat every day, you know, like we watch TV every day. Everybody thinks that's something that structurally has to happen. But I think it just makes sense. We have bodies that are capable of so many things that nobody believes what they can do. As soon as you start believing it, it happens and it happens and it happens and it happens, and you find out more things. Yes, I think if you start with something structured, you surprise yourself. It'll happen.
Are you with us on trying to make a change for our school and every other school out there?
Yeah, if you're only playing games 1 day a week, yeah, I'm definitely on board with you guys wanting to get that into the system, into a regimen for you guys. Like make it, yeah, that is required of you for all the students. I should be looking at it.
All right, now we know who's on there.
Yes.
We're going. I've been an athlete my entire life since I was a very young age. I've been able to do things like, you know, swimming, soccer, softball, football, whatever. I danced from the age of 3. It was just fun for me. It was my enjoyment of life. And like after high school, when I left all my sports teams, you know, I liked getting into HIIT training and different kind of sport activities, whether it be biking or boxing. I like to push myself to the extreme, to the limit, and I made it a lifestyle because it made me happy. Last year on May 30th, I was on my way to work, and I overworked myself, quite honestly. I had my own baking business and another job, So with lack of sleep, I fell asleep at the wheel and I crashed my car. And I almost lost, I don't want to say died, I almost lost my life because the injuries were that severe. I crashed into a metal utility pole and I broke 3 toes in my right foot, my right femur snapped out of my leg, and I have a permanent metal rod in there now, and 3 broken ribs, a lacerated liver, my spleen ruptured and they had to take it out. I had a broken vertebrae in my neck, a hairline fracture in my skull, and 2 frontal lobe brain bleeds. I was in a coma for 4 days, and I was on life support for 3 days. I woke up in the hospital, and everybody didn't know while I was in a coma. They didn't know if I was going to wake up. They didn't know if I was going to be paralyzed. They didn't know if I was going to be a vegetable. But I woke up as if I just woke up from a nap, like, whoa, what's going on? And they just said I was in a car accident, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not that bad, thinking it was just, okay, I was in an accident and I got knocked out and I'm in the hospital. They're just like checking on me. But over the next day, they told me little by little all my injuries, all the surgeries, everything. I didn't know what day it was. They said, oh yeah, with your surgeries. And I'm like, whoa, wait, when did that happen? They said it was 5 days earlier, and I was like, I mean, in total shock and awe. And I was in the hospital for 3 weeks because they had to check on me, and I had tubes coming out of me, and it was very, very weird being in a state of just immobility. I wasn't able to get up and walk, to go to the bathroom. I wasn't able to take a shower. Like, they had, you know, just sponge bathe me and stuff like that. It sucked. But and like I said before in the interview, I was just trying to deal with in my head of like, okay, if I can't do something that I really love doing later on, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to deal with this? How am I going to deal with this? And this is getting harder to answer, but I just said to myself, like, Rachel, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is for sure, nothing is set in stone that you're not going to be able to do anything. So I took that as a challenge upon myself to push and go and go and go and go and never ever stop to this day right now. This was 9 months ago this happened. And so I got out of the hospital. I was on crutches. I still had my neck brace on. I still had stitches and staples all over me. They took the stitches out. I got into physical therapy. For 6 weeks I was in physical therapy, and I was barely able to like balance or hold myself up with my right leg at all. And every time that I went, I kept saying challenges in my head, like hold that much more, hold that much longer, like bend this much more, push, like I'm doing all my physical therapy right now. It was just a strength that I had in my mind. I lost literally all, like you see muscle now kind of, I'm not like toned or nothing, but I have muscle now. But whenever I came out of the hospital, I mean, I was literally just like a skeleton. I lost a lot of fat, a lot of muscle, and I had to start from zero, from nothing. But I built something now where I'm back to the level that I was before the accident, and now I'm surpassing it now because I want to. I want it for myself. Like I said, I mean, I'm a trainer. I'm a personal trainer, group training. I like pushing my body physically to excel, and I believe everybody should do that, no matter what your passion is. If you're a chef, if you're a musician, if you're an artist, if you're a genius like rocket science, I don't care. I still feel like having a healthy physical body will make you excel in anything. It's a healthy thing that makes you inside and out better, and that's what I did. You said make it long as I want, so that's I went for it, and here we are today, and I'm gonna keep going till the day I die. Hopefully that's not soon. Thanks for listening to my story.